Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna start doing these drawing tutorials, and I'm gonna start off with drawing with reference images. And I know a lot of people don't like to do this, but I was actually one of those people. But it's something that during college and some of high school that I found to be quite useful. And you can go anywhere to use reference images. Like, you can take pictures of yourself or find them online. Like, one of my favorites to do online is someone called Sunchi Stock. So, Sunchi Stock, she has a bazillion images online that you can go through. Even on this side over here, there's different categories which sorts them out better for you, just like make everything easier. And she's still uploading things. You might be wondering why there barely any clothes. It's kind of like to help you see the body more. And I can even say that, like, my last piece with the Star Guardian Miss Fortune, I was using this pose, and you can tell that, like, in some parts I kind of like did my own thing. You don't have to follow these references exactly. Like, you can put your own style in them. It's just like to help you figure out how to get the pose down. Maybe some lighting, which I didn't do. And like, it can also like show you how different muscles in the body are in these poses, because I know leg and arm muscles can be weird. Like, your body will change based on the position you're in. And the other reference that you can use is actually yourself, which I have a picture of myself over here that I took last night while experimenting with my camera. And so now I'm going to talk about drawing from a reference. And you can be tight, you can be loose, I know some people love to use grids, which that's something they encourage a lot in my high school, was to draw with grids. But like, college, during my life drawing class, we worked a lot with shapes, and I'm somebody that's very sketchy and rough when drawing out, which is why Inktober was like a nightmare for me, which I used to draw in pen all the time in high school, so it's like very different for me now. Yeah. The general shapes are pretty good, and you don't have to draw with a pen, like, not pen, but like black. You can change the colors for whatever helps you figure out what you're doing. And like, you can tell, like, I'm already doing like things that aren't in the normal spots, which thankfully we have erasers. Clicked on the wrong thing. And you guys can probably tell this is not one of the standard drawing programs. This is Krita, which works only on Windows to my knowledge. They might have updated it recently to have it work on Apple and Mac computers. It's not popular with most people, but it's other drawing programs. I did like them, but they're not my cup of tea compared to this. And like, drawing out guidelines is also helpful. Like, you know, up the eye. It's actually the bottom of the nose that lines up to your ear. Yeah. And like, you don't have to do this for just realism. Like, it can apply to anime drawings as well. Like, anime drawings are pretty much based off realism, and like, your teachers might complain about you drawing anime style, but it's to help you get better. Like, a lot of great anime artists do start off drawing all this realistic stuff before they move on to doing anime, and that actually really helps with the quality. Like, I was honestly one of those people in high school that did draw just anime and had a teacher that was grumpy about it. So yeah, again, not till college that I actually was like doing more realistic things. And I gave myself lots of weird pose to do. But that's how you learn. You learn by doing weird things. I'd also like to emphasize during this to, if you can, avoid tracing. Like, for a little bit it can be helpful, but overall it's not a good decision. And like, you won't really learn as much from drawing just over an image. Like, it's fine when you're rotoscoping an animation, because it's, when it comes to animation, it's more about getting it done as fast as you can, and animation takes forever. I definitely would know, again, from college. We did some rotoscoping animation in one of my classes. And then our final, we got to choose whatever we did for our hand-drawn animations, and for most of mine, I was like completely free and didn't rotoscope much at all. Like, I think I only rotoscoped like my feet moving, because I did not know how to do a walk. Yeah, and it took forever, just a minute and a half. And I kind of cheated for part of that minute with the credits of writing them out by hand. You can probably look at it. Phantom Thoughts on my YouTube. It's... I like some parts of it still, but it's honestly awful. Yeah, I should have mentioned something earlier. You probably noticed I made a new layer to draw over and get more details in. Try to like get the shape of the hand down better. And like rehashing out everything. Getting more detail in. Figuring out your nose actually up here more. But that's okay. Because the way I work, I ultimately paint over everything. Fixing the shape of the eye a bit. And if you're wondering why I'm looking so far over in my reference, it's because I was looking at my computer, which is actually where I had a preview of the image I was taking, so I was trying to make sure everything was alright. Yeah, because I had my camera hooked up to my computer when I was taking these pictures. Drop down the shape of that ball a bit. And that ball's a crystal ball. I didn't actually have my mouth against it. Germs. Gross. Now that you guys know, I hate drawing noses. They are very strange. And like, everybody's nose is very different from each other's. Just lined up more. And like, when I draw ears, I kind of have my like way of drawing them that I always do. Not the most correct, but it's something I can always remember. Figuring how to go back to full screen sometimes on reference images. And I'll just like kind of guess. Pattern shirt was not a good idea for getting the form down. I kind of can guess that my arm goes there. And it may look wrong when it's drawn out, but it's because there is no value to it. Like, even if you like traced over it, everything will look weird 'cause you don't have any of these shadows or highlights going on. And just makes everything look very flat. Oops. Yeah, on top of that, start putting in your details. Give it more life, your creativity, give it your own, like, personal touch. Add in, like, missing details that you wish you had. And you can change up the proportions in the anatomy to fit your character's needs, like, you can add on some weight or lose some weight, change their ears into, like, elf ears, which sounds really good right now. And, like, feel free to, like, look up other images online and, like, mix references together. Like, you don't have to rely on one thing. Like, I've seen some of my Facebook friends, they will Photoshop some images together to get the pose that they want and then work based off that. And if you're wondering why elf ears, 'cause elves are cool. I mean, sometimes I guess they can be mean, depends on the fantasy world that you're talking about. Like, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan and you're like a dwarf lover, you probably don't like elves as much or something. Or if you're short, don't like anything that's tall. Like, things into an apple. Little ball on it. Just some fun. Like, that pretty much is what art is. You're having fun with it. At least I hope you are. Otherwise, I don't know why you are drawing. And, like, feel free to, like, put shadows in for your own benefit. And it adds more to the image as you're working, and it can also be good for when you move on to the coloring stage. And, like, be a little note for yourself. I won't talk about doing that for line art though, because it can get a little distracting. But since this is still sketch, have fun with it. Don't be afraid to do you. And I'm very much looking at my image, because I had several light sources on my face, like my computer, my desk lamp, and then there's like another lamp behind me, which multiple light sources can actually like really make the image pop. I did not know that. Like, it just really brings people's attention better. It makes the image more interesting. I don't know what I'm doing quite yet. Cause like if you watched some other artist speed paints like Sakimi-chan or somebody else, you can sometimes see that they'll change their image multiple times. Sometimes they change the pose completely. Just like with their own needs. Personal interests. I also wish that I wasn't wearing glasses when I was taking these pictures. My lenses are really good at distorting everything. little rough clothes. I'm being awful not getting any references right now for this. I'm kind of like doing my own little thing. And like, as I said, references, while helpful, are completely optional as an artist. Like, you're the big decision maker on what happens with your piece. Although if you're being commissioned, you only have like some say. You have the you should listen to your clients. Unless they're getting like super crazy about what they want and the changes. I'm not going to tell you how to run your business, but you really should talk to them. Like, and if it's like something that'd be more time consuming than you're worth, definitely make sure they understand